Alright, what you see here is a Dynasty hugger ceiling fan model CF-HA52. This is a fan I've been meaning to do a remake of for a long time now. Well, I did do one, but it's a 4-test remake. However, this is the one that I've been meaning to test down here ever since I started testing fans down here and such. And this fan is a very sentimental one to me in the sense that it's actually the first new in-box fan I bought when I started collecting fans. It's an actual collection, not just occasionally, like here and there over my childhood and such. Like having parent or so, or someone give me a fan. Like this is literally one I got for my own money. So, yeah. I got this fan at a thrift store for it was $10, but I only had $9, so the owner of the shop let me just grab it for $9. And I still do have the box for it. I'll just show it quickly for those who are interested. Well, I guess it's that whole entire model name, but that's definitely on the UL listing on the fan. It says CF-HA52. So yeah, it's definitely a nice fan. I'm actually using the original pull chain that it comes with. I didn't show that in the original videos when I tested it. Well, I might have, but I definitely wasn't attached to it because I was for testing it. And it's a very nice, classic looking fan. It's really nothing special about it. It's just a vintage hugger, basically. That's really all it is. It's nothing to go crazy about. It's just a regular spinner motor one. It's not a cast motor, not 4 or 5 blade adaptable and such. The other side is just plain oak on the other side. But something I noticed that I've installed, that it's actually installed now, it definitely would wobble badly if the blades were out of alignment. Because literally, this one mounts similar to the I'll show right now, the Minka Air Mesa that I had installed on here, except it only has, instead of there being 2 bolt things that hold them on each side, it's only 1 on each side. So that's why the thing wobbles. So it seems like it's loose, but it's not. It's just how it mounts. And yeah, it's from January of 1988. So it's already 30 years old. And since I've had it for the past 4 years, it's definitely one of my favorite fans. Not for like the performance and such, but just in general, because these are big childhood fans for me, these type of huggers. And the fact that it was like the first type fan I got brand new in the box as a collector and such, it's pretty special for me for that reason as well. So yeah, it's definitely a nice looking fan. And let me go ahead and start off on the low speed. Still actually on reverse from when I last tested it. So yeah. It's not a high quality fan. I mean, it's just a basic generic hugger fan from like some store. At first, when I saw it, I was unsure if I should get it because I know some of these type of huggers, well, not some, a good majority of these are very flimsy and not good performers. But I figured, you know what, for $9, why not? I'm not sure who the make of this is. It could be King of Fans. I'm not 100% sure. But if you guys look at the unboxing video, I showed the top UL listing. So if you want to figure it out there, then you're free to do so. Now, it's just sold under the name Dynasty. However, I have seen other boxes, the same, like other fans with the same exact box design, and like other huggers on it or other fans. Same exact design, except if it's saying Dynasty, it'll say something else like Alexis or just some other name. So I'm not sure like what it is, like what places would sell them. Because I wasn't alive in the 80s. I was born in the late 90s. But I might see a lot of fans like these as a kid, with cane blades or just the plain oak side blades. Yeah, it is moving decent air on a low speed. It's not too noisy, so that's good. Has a tiny hum, but nothing major. Alright, let me go up ahead and move it up to medium. It's starting to hum a little bit more now on the medium speed. And yeah, one of the blade arms definitely seem to be out of clock, but being force tested a few times. I do remember like one time it was either the first time I tested it or the last time that I had tested it. It was like assembled for like a few days and kind of got kicked around a little bit. Oh no, I think what it was is the first time I tested it in the living room at the old apartment. What had happened is I think it was moving on its own or something, or it was like too close to the recliner or the fake leather couches we had there at the time. And I think one of the blades kind of hit it. I think it's been so long now, so I don't remember. But yeah. Now these blades are definitely not wood blades. They're definitely like those. It looks like wood. Like I looked at the indentation, but it's just too obvious that it's more. It's definitely like MDF blades, but yeah, I'm not sure where they would sell these. Hold on, probably like a lot of like local, like maybe like an Ace Hardware place would sell something like this, or I don't know, maybe like something like at Kmart or Walmart maybe would have sold one of these before. I'm not sure. But it definitely is a decent fan. It will definitely do the job. I mean, it's definitely not heritage quality, I can say that, or like latex quality, but I've seen other genetic huggers that are very, very flimsy. This one's, it's like a decent one. It's not like a cast model one or like an Emerson Snugger from the 80s, or the Highline hugger that I have, for example, but it's a decent fan. It's basically, I can say it's like a Bahama one, where it's decent, but it's not like a great fan, but it's not like the worst thing out there. But this one definitely does perform decently for being a hugger fan. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move up to the high speed. It's actually the first time I think I've tested a 52-inch hugger down here. As a 5x1 since I tested the Four Seasons hugger. I know after that I tested the no profile too, the white one that I have. I usually like to leave some paper on the floor, just a little bit, so that way if it like moves the paper around a lot, I guess that's a way for the viewers to tell how much air it's really moving. I've kind of moved some of the paper around. Okay, it was making a lot of noise with the with one of the other fans I was testing. I don't like to reveal what it is. Sometimes I'll make some videos public before the other ones, depending on when I want to go public first, or what I think the viewers would want to see first. That's usually what I like to do. But yeah, it's definitely a good performer. I mean, especially for me paying only $9 for it. I can't see this fan being more than like $50 back then, or even maybe $30. I mean, I know these type of huggers weren't too expensive back then, but definitely would do the job if you had like in a place that wasn't extremely huge and you just need something to give a good breeze. Not like Casablanca breeze or like a Hunter air movement. I mean, it's almost as good as like some Hunter fans, but if it went a little faster, I feel like it would be almost on par with a Hunter 52-inch fan, but it's definitely not. I know in the past I've said in videos that it feels like it, but I mean, that was when I was floor testing it. So obviously all the floor tested fans I did, I wasn't feeling the accurate airflow. I mean, it's still good breeze, but at the same time, this isn't an accurate airflow for this fan either. Because I mean, I'm testing it on like the beam, but it's also exposed like area there, so it's pushing even more air than it normally should. But I mean, it's definitely not horrible, but I mean, it's an average air mover. That's the best way to put it. It's definitely one I feel like it's good enough to install with something I really want to rely on to keep cool. I wouldn't use this. I'd probably like using the space I don't need a whole lot of air movement. Definitely would look cool in a man cave or something. That's something I remember seeing in a lot of people's homes. And my dad would say that they had a lot of huggers like these in like living rooms and such, or kind of like how Brian Peterson, Cleveland fan collector on YouTube, has the Alaska on his man cave, which I absolutely love and such. I just see a lot of homes with these as a kid, especially from like in the car window. I like looking, see driving by houses, a lot of huggers like these, and it's just very nostalgic for me. And the spin down's very quick, obviously, because the fan, definitely the bearings haven't broken in yet. It's not that the bearings are bad on it. I mean, if it was, it wouldn't be spinning as well as it does. It's just the bearings haven't broken in yet. It's only been used for testing purposes, so if it was used on a regular basis or like for more than 24 hours, the bearings would definitely be more broken in. Let's see how much it wobbles on medium speed. Reverse. I noticed that fans tend to wobble a little bit more in reverse. I'm not sure why, but it tends to be the case. And yep, it definitely is wobbling a bit more in reverse. There have been times I've actually thought of swapping out my grandmother's Bahama hugger ceiling fan with this. However, because these are so common, and it's a 5-blade version of what she has basically. But since this one's the first fan I ever got as a collector, new in a box, and with my own money, basically, not like a gift or from another collector, something I found out in the wild, like at a thrift store. It's sentimental to me for that reason. Had it not been my first one, I would probably sold it, but it's also my first generic hugger fan too, so it's sentimental to me for that reason as well. If I find another one like this, I'll just probably get that and swap it. Not for high speed. I think it might be better if I put a 5-blade hugger in there in a Bahamas place instead of a 4-bladed one, because now she has the Hampton Bay hugger LED thingy with the 5-blade, so I figured it might look better if they're both 5-bladed fans. And it would kind of be also cool because you can have an owner version of a generic hugger from like the 80s, and then like today's generic looking hugger, which is that one. So I think it would be kind of a cool contrast of two different eras of generic huggers. Like I might do it, and plus, I mean, I think I might try to find one like this in K. I mean, they're so common, but it's just to find one at the right price. That's just it. I definitely don't want to overpay for one. But yeah, I can feel a breeze from it on reverse as well. And yeah, let me shut it off, and that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.